Voss, two-time winner. In 5 years, a member of the PBA goes against this man, who in 9 years has 3 PBA titles, won 3 of the last 27 tournaments that he's been in.
He's red hot, Chris.
So big 240 to Del Ballard's 235, and Ozio of Vidor, Texas, has that first frame strike. Now, Brian Voss, first championship round appearance this year. Last year, he was on our telecast 3 times without winning.
One of the 2 most steady bowlers on the Professional Bowlers Tour this year. He has cashed at all 6 tournaments along with Marshall Holman.
Sliding by, leaving the 1, 2, 4, 8. The man that won in Detroit and in Houston. This is a total purse of $200,000. 38 to the winner, 20 runner-up, 11, 8, and $6,400 to the loser of the first match, Del Ballard. And next year, a $500,000 total in Tacoma, Washington.
That'll be our opening telecast on ABC Sports from Tacoma, Washington, the U.S. Open. A $100,000 first prize.
Beautifully covered. Brian Voss, 27 years old. The cover boy, former Army corporal.
Nice cover as he goes to the left. The head pin picks up the 1, 2, 4, 8. Brian Voss, a very disciplined player, a style very similar to his opponent, David Ozio. Both young men, well-conditioned weightlifters, runners, and have got a lot of experience behind him. Voss, a star for many years, has had tremendous years out here so far on the tour, and will continue to have him with that tremendous style.
Bill Voss, in his first match today, is marked with a spare and a strike in the second. Ozio strike in the first as we replay the shot.
Same type of shot that we saw Ozio use in the second and third frames of the first match. Hitting light, driving those 3-pound, 6, 7, and 8-ounce pins to the sideboard, bringing them back across the lane. What an instrument of destruction that ball was as Voss crushed the pocket. 218 average leads the PBA. The all-time record is 221 for a whole season by the great Mark Roth.
Big double for the man on this championship pair throughout the qualifying and match play. Shot 258, 227, and a 240 in the first game.
As our action line tracer shows, he's not playing the big hook on the right-hand lane. He's rolling a medium speed ball, letting the ball do the work. When you're great and on a hot streak as David Ozio is right now, this game is so simple. And he's making it look that easy right now. He's going to be very, very tough to beat.
And he has a 3-bagger. His wife, Lisa, enjoying it.
The 2-pin to the sideboard trips out the 4, 7, and 9. Ozio has them all going. The light ones, the solid ones, the ones in the pocket, plus a little luck in the first match as he went by Del Ballard 240 to 235. Brian Voss needs a double to cut that lead down to 10.
Gets it. The man who was 8th last year here at Galaxy Lanes and 11th in 1983.
The good spin on a bowling ball. The top pros, when they really, really amp it up, can get as many as 14, 15 revolutions on a bowling ball. The Holman types, the Voss types, the Mark Roth types, they can overpower those pins. An average amateur maybe gets 4 or 5 revs. These guys, 14, 15. That's why you get that type of pin action.
Speaking of Roth, he finished 16th, Wayne Webb 15th, and Pete Weber 14th as we move to St. Louis next week.
Hometown. Voss to even the match.
Another Del Ballard with that 10-pin, but this time on the left lane.
Brian Voss disappointed with that shot. He made the adjustment on the lanes. He had a little more loft out over the line, which delayed the hook on the hooking left-hand lane, left the solid 10. Everything going David Ozio's way right now.
All right, as we near the halfway point of our second match, David Ozio, who won the first, leads by 11 pins. We'll be back. Bowling balls, really doing a job on our championship pair today. Our first game, this man shot a 240 with 8 strikes to Del Ballard's 235, 8 strikes. Now, here in the second game against Brian Voss, he has a 3-bagger working, shooting in the 4th frame.
He's nicknamed the Wizard, and you can see why. He's just bowling so well, so disciplined. He's just a bowling technician out there. He's leaving nothing to error, has only made 1 errant shot in the first game and a half. David Ozio, leading money winner on the tour, leading average on the tour, has it all going, and he's perfect through 4.
Pressure mounts on Brian Voss, who finished 3rd out of a field of 240, because now he's trailing by 31, spare up in the 4th, shooting in the 5th.
Not this bachelor, who is an excellent dancer, very entertaining on and off the lanes. Not much to his undoing. He's only had 1 off shot the first frame, solid in the pocket the 2nd and 3rd, solid 10 in the 4th, 5th frame.
All right. We don't know how he prepares for dancing, but we did ask him what he does to prepare for bowling. Here's his answer, Brian Voss.
Well, I like to stay pretty active. I do a lot of running. I take advantage of the Nautilus equipment that's available. A little basketball with the guys, and I have an exercise routine that I am pretty faithful with. I just like to stay active and keep myself in shape.
And he is in shape. 5'10", 160.
Learned to bowl in Anchorage, Alaska. His dad was an officer in the Army, owned a 12-lane bowling center up there, and that's where he got most of his bowling experience. He's a well-rounded bowler. He can hit almost any lane condition. Get it!
Well, he tucked that one in. And what an important double, cutting Ozio's lead, 21. And male modeling has been income-producing little sideline.
Well, he has an excellent agent, Ernie Schlegel, who is the colorful young man who's been out here for years. His wife handles a few of the top professional bowlers, and due to Kathy Schlegel, has promoted Brian Voss into some good income. David Ozio perfect through 5.
Now make it 6. The winner of this second match will meet Big Steve Cook. And there's the pocket hit.
Just a bowling technician out there doing his job. Perfect through 6 frames. As you mentioned the first match, Chris, if a player can roll a perfect game in any of the championship round matches, a $100,000 bonus.
Distraction off to the right.
One of the machines on our practice pair, there's 40 lanes here at the Raffi Carry-On Galaxy Lanes in Venice, and one of the practice lanes, the player asked for a re-rack over there, and the pin fell out of the rack. David very smartly stepped back off the approach, reset himself.
Doing that mental check. Ends at 6, and it's 10 pin on the left lane. Crowd appreciates it.
And he was beginning to think $100,000. When you're bowling as well as he is, he was disappointed not only for the 10 pin, for the $300,000, but the match is still in balance.
It is. Precariously close to the channel on that cross lane shot to make his spare in the 7th frame. Ozio leading by 30, and our second match, more of it following that. BC Sports Professional Boxing. First of a doubleheader tomorrow in boxing. Now, there are 2 punchers, Bo. They punch like you do. I mean, one. It should be good. Tyson, exciting. Ferguson is no slouch.
You will be there to cover it, Martin.
He loved it. Gave him a 3-bagger and cut the lead to 20.
What an important hit. Watch the action as a 6-pin on the second pin on the right-hand part of your screen. That good spin on the bowling ball. It's imparted from the 3-pin into the 6-pin. It does the job on the 10-pin. Keeps Brian Voss in the match. What a tremendous break. Now watch his reaction. He'll love this.
He stirred him down and then exhaled.
Just collecting his thoughts. Brian Voss, mature, experienced player on the Professional Bowlers Tour. Can make this a tight match with a strike here in the 8th. Come on!
Just getting the 10 out. In this second match, we've had 13 strikes already.
Watch the action of the 6-pin. Almost identical to the strike he had there in the 7th. That's why you put hook power in turn on a bowling ball. And I bet you this reaction's even more enjoyable. Let's see how Ozio reacts to that. Sometimes when a player gets a couple of good breaks, you can have some negative thoughts. Ozio came up in the 7th. He was disturbed and left a soft 10, the same type of hit that Voss just carried in the 7th and 8th frames. Let's see how he reacts. Leads by 10.
Verted the split, leaving the 4-7 discussed.
Brian Voss not watching his opponent, watching what happens to his opponent. And it's really a pretty good idea. You can get some negative thoughts if your opponent gets good breaks, or you can get some thoughts about the lanes are changing and so on and so forth. So it will be an 8-pin difference with this conversion by David Ozio.
All right. And Nelson, we have 2 tremendously talented bowlers, but when you say equally well groomed.
I agree. The PBA has, with the PBA school and the 2,900 members we have, has really done a terrific job with grooming all the top pros, especially the ones that appear in the championship round. These are great young gentlemen right now bowling for a whole bunch of money. 9th frame.
Back in the 9th for Ozio. Still a close match, 207 through the 8th. 8 pins separating these two, and that can change right now.
They say there's no defense in professional bowling, but there is. Psychologically, Voss had 2 good breaks in the 7th and 8th. Ozio just showed him, say, hey, I'm still there. He threw a powerful swisher strike in the 9th. Let's see how Voss reacts to it the first time that he has been able to take the lead in the whole match. 9th frame strike, he'll lead by 2.
Instead, 2-4-8.
Just a little bit of pressure put on him by Ozio. The situation of the lane being a little tight as Brian checks the overhead automatic score. Leaves the 2-4-8 with a conversion here. He'll trail by 11 pins. He's going at a 196 pace, a 236 pace with a conversion. Ozio at a 247 pace.
Voss is sparing the 9th frame, 11 pins. And remember, in that first match, at the end, only 5 pins separated Ozio and Ballard. The 2 of them, each with 8 strikes.
The prospects for Brian Voss are simply this. If he strikes in the 10th and 11th and 12th, he will trail by 1 pin and force Ozio to fill at least 20 pins. Voss needs this one.
What a performance.
The players are up for the match. All the scores have been high. In the first match, we saw a 240 defeat a 235. The scores are going to be even higher in this match. Voss, a possible 246. He needs this strike to cut the lead of that man, David Ozio, down to just 1 pin.
Another 10 on that left lane.
Lightning doesn't strike twice in the same place. and they say it doesn't, but it did right here at Galaxy Lanes. A solid 10 that was the undoing of Del Ballard did the same thing to Brian Voss here in the 11th frame.
That's still a big 236 for Brian Voss. Remember, Ballard had a 235, but the man in blue and white, he had a 240.
The graphic tells the story. David Ozio needs a spare or a strike, and he wins the match to go against Big Steve Cook. If he opens, it's Voss in the semifinal.
All right, 3-6.
Did not attack on that particular ball. He tried to become protective for the first time all day and has left himself a difficult spare. You have to guard against a chop, yet you don't want to slide by. He must make this spare to win the match. If he opens, he loses.
Way to the left of center. Cross lane. Okay. About as perfect as you can cover the 3-6, and Lisa liked it. That's the reaction. And David Ozio has won his second match of the afternoon with 8 strikes. He shot a 247 to Brian Voss's 236. Nelson Burton Jr.